Oh, good morning. Woohoo!
Good morning, good morning. It is another wonderful week
It's
gone
another
by.
wonderful week. Woohoo!
Wow, that's an interesting backdrop you've got today.
Yes.
It's very black. I didn't realize that. I was
The
going to.
absence of.
Good thing I didn't wear the shirt I was
Good
going to
thing I
wear. I
didn't
was
bring
going
my
to.
phone, too. Can't share any of this out. Hey, right.
You can share it
That's
out on my phone if you want.
okay.
Yeah, I was going to wear a black shirt today.
Yes.
You could have had a floating head. So you told me about the topic of the day and said that it was going to be secrets to victory. And I thought, what is victory?
Yes.
You
What
know,
is victory?
what do I count as a victory? So if you guys are jumping in and
Here, give me this so we can see if we got anybody giving us comments over there.
okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
Thanks. Yep. All right.
So if you guys are jumping in and hopefully you've had a great week, feel free to let us know that in the comments. Put a little heart or something. So something simple.
I'm
Um,
getting my hair done. Yeah.
you could be like that guy in the TV show that we were watching, paste a wig on, but that would be super weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
Please
That's weird.
don't.
Yep.
I asked him to please not do that. But what is victory to you? How do you find a victory? So as I was thinking about it, kind of give you a few hints about the way I was thinking. Um, I thought, man, my first thought went to the big wins, right? A victory is really overcoming something that's big, right? Something that we might get an award for. But then I thought, you know what? I celebrate victories all the time. I celebrate little wins, and it can be as simple as fitting something into my schedule, like a super challenge. Can I make a lunch or a dinner
Yeah.
in 30 minutes? Can I do it? And not just make it, eat it so that I can get to the next client on time. That's like, I don't know, it's like superhuman challenge to me some days. And sometimes it's not 30 minutes, it's 20. To the next and, client on time. Oh,
Whoa.
goodness, there you go.
There we go. Feedback.
You got it. So uh, I was thinking the victories that we celebrate don't have to be big, but they can be wins that are small. The schedule
Yes.
fixes, or just being able to do something that you might not normally be able to do. A win celebrating being able to go to the beach or something,
Right.
even simple like that. So, Joe, how are you defining victory?
Well, let me put it this way. It was 1975.
Oh dear. That
74,
is time for coffee,
75.
isn't it?
I'm kind of fuzzy about the what year it was in my research. It was late afternoon, pleasant skies, and uh, it was a baseball game. Baseball game. So first player gets up. This is the top of the game. So the first player gets up and takes the first one. It's a ball. The second pitch, he flies out. So 1 out. We're off to a good start.
Okay.
They're off to a good start. And then the second batter gets up there and not quite sure what this pitcher is really trying to do, but okay, so gets in the batter's box, gets all set, takes all swings that he needs, and psyching out the pitcher. And the second pitcher, the second or the third pitch, here it is, third pitch, second batter, and boom, grounder to second, out at first base. Wow, this game's really going fast. And the pitcher's loving it. The team on the field is just, yeah, one more, man, one more. And then third batter gets up. Third batter's looking, except kind of taking a little extra time. not sure what's going on in the field. Kind of trying to figure out why the phone is frozen.
Here, do your story.
No, he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's a little bit shy about getting into the batter's box, especially after these first two batters have eliminated themselves from being on the base, right? So then the gets in finally into the batter's box and getting ready, takes a few preps, swings, and staring down the pitcher. Ball one. Oh, whew. The batters, we're finding out this later, and the batter's going, wow, this is really good. Whew. I'm glad. Ball two. Oh, for a walk. If I could just get on base, then I don't have that pressure of striking out. And that's what is in the mind of this batter, right? And, oh, there's a strike. Oh, 2-1. Uh-oh. Really deep, going in deep, trying to really get focused because thoughts are just like, ah!
Really?
Yeah. He was so excited to be on the... He was so excited to be on the batting roster because he had never been on a team, had never been really given a chance, and this is the last game of the week.
Are you on this team?
We'll talk about that later. Don't spoil the surprise. No.
Well,
no.
Now
so,
you know what we're thinking.
Yeah, you might be thinking that. and then, okay, here comes the next pitch. Strike two. Count is evened up. Woo! And is like the pressure's just getting really, and the team is now like, don't strike out. Don't strike out.
No pressure.
No pressure. Don't fly out. Get on base. Come on, get on base. You can do it. Comments all over the place. Finally, gets on to that pitch, that 2-2 pitch, 3-2. Oh, still have some life left. Still have some life. Finally, next pitch, a little squeaker that goes, he makes contact, a little squeaker that goes all the way deep into between first and second, but more towards the second base side. And run. By an inch, makes it to safe on first base. Wipes the sweat off his head. Everybody's going, yes. Well, not really. They're worried about the next guy. Get on base. Get on base.
So you made it, and you were the batter. Do we get to find out now?
No, because the next batter struck out, and that was the end of it. That was the end of the inning. All that effort, that batter was just like putting everything into it. Was that victory?
Yes.
Why was that a victory?
Oh, I say it's a victory because there are a lot of reasons. Focus.
Yeah.
Was the first thing that I thought of.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say persistence, but like in a situation like that, I don't know if you really feel like there's an option.
Well,
right?
Persistence is staying in the box.
Right. Well, that's
Maybe.
what I was...
No, it's not really persistence. It's perseverance.
But
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the mindset that went into it, I think, and you didn't tell us what the track record was for this hitter. So
First time ever being in the batter's box.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a really huge thing.
Where did this take place?
Little League baseball for you.
No.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay. Well, Mackinac Island, where I was Boy Scout. We're on the honor guard of the island. I got to work on the story, obviously, because you jumped in too early.
Well, hey,
get more stats, but little to everyone's to their understanding of this, though. The game went, I think, one more batter, and then we were all called in because that was it. Time's up. We only had a short window, and they were calling us back to the place we were staying, to the building we were at dinner time. So we have a short activity time, but usually the other games had gone a couple innings. I think there was some rain coming or something, so we got called off, and that was it.
Well,
And
that's a bummer.
That was my one and only. I retired with a base hit.
I used to love baseball. Baseball was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, this thing stuck.
Good morning, Ed. I can see you. I don't know if people are writing comments. I know there were a few other people watching.
Yeah.
But it's like stuck on my phone. I can't rotate it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But at least I know Ed is here. Good morning.
Good morning. So one and only, put me in the Hall of Fame. I got a base hit. Barely.
The Hall of Fame.
Put me in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Sign me up, Cooperstown.
In your mind, right?
Well, no. So it's a victory. So we're talking about victory. And victory is about something more than just winning a game, winning or just getting a goal achieved. There's something more. And it's been stated in multiple ways of what victory has been. There's hundreds of quotes, thousands of quotes about victory, mentioning in some way. We'll share a couple of them here in a few minutes, but we want you to know there are some secrets behind there. There's something that's more important in all of this that we can use each and every day. You don't have to be on a sports team to recognize victory.
It could be like the army, right? Be all you can be.
Be all you can be. Or Star Trek. So if you're a Star Trek fan, Deep Space Nine, they're on the planet and they're eliminating one of the opportunities. They're on a planet and they're eliminating all the rebel Jem'Hadar soldiers. So the Jem'Hadar are saying, we got to get rid of these guys because they're not playing fair. They're making a bad name for us. So the number one. So the one is the squad leader in essence. And the one says, we go into battle dead. Well, that's a happy thought.
Yeah.
For us, victory is life. So coming back from the campaign, from wherever they're going to, whatever they're deployed to, coming back and being alive is the importance, because they can come for the next game, for the next time.
Wow, what a dismal start to the
dismal.
Well, to the battle, it's like, hey, I'm gonna celebrate if I come back alive. I kind of expect to come back dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's even that's locked up. So 1936 Olympics. It's the U.S. rowing team.
I want to encourage you guys to put your wins out there, because even if I can't see your comments right now, I want to celebrate them with you when we're finished. So what is your win for this week? What is the victory that you can celebrate as we're closing this week out? So
let me see if I can.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyways, keep on moving.
Yes, 1936
Olympics. The U.S. rowing team. So 1934 Olympics.
Okay.
U.S. rowing team. If I could double check it, I would, but I believe it's the 1934 Olympics. Rowing team out there with Germany, out there with a couple other countries. Who's in the stands? Adolf Hitler. Germany has won several rowing competitions. They're heavily favored to win this one.
Germany
is, right? The short through it all is this team has worked hard. The U.S. team has worked hard. They're in the lousiest lane there is for the rowing competition, and they've worked hard, and they're number one. Their coxswain is who sits in the seat and says stroke, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever they agree to is the
right.
appropriate march song. But
Okay.
they're all rowing, and they get there and they're seeing the pressure. They're seeing something. They've trained hard throughout the entire time that they needed to qualify. They pulled something in the last few seconds of the every match, so they just like squeaked in.
Okay.
But they were the strongest one of all the competition. But it took them a lot to get in swing, and then the short of it is they're coming to the final stretch, to the final length in the course, and they end up squeaking it by um, and leaving Germany, I believe, like third. So when you have the coach in the stand, you're saying, "Yes, our coach loves us," because
And
we
the
and
fans
celebrating and the
mhm.
fan, and it's announced because it was a squeaker. They needed to wait for the announcement, uh, and the United States had been declared the winner. All Germans were not very happy that day, but uh, what came out of that? It came out being something of, let's see if I can get this marched here. Uh, there we go. We'll share something here. Oh, we'll go on to the next one. Oh, next one.
Oh.
There. There's a picture. It's on Breaking Average. A friend of ours is having his Breaking Average, his book coming out. It's a collaboration with other coaches talking about what it takes to be above average, to get through that average. This rowing team is the feature on the cover. It's a feature in the first couple chapters. It's the base of the story. Uh, anyways, vision. They had vision, they had insight, they had collaboration, they had trust, they had ownership, resilience, and yes is the team is saying yes, we're going for this. We're all together. We see this as one, uh, and so they won, and they pulled out something I think that speaks to what we see as the mindset secrets of victory. Okay, uh, let me go back here. Okay. Victory in chess. So I found this. This is interesting. I played a couple games of chess. Not I didn't really have an opponent, and so I played by myself, or I played with my dad once or twice. I didn't know what I was doing. We're trying to read instructions. Uh, but the main takeaways in chess for victory is the importance of the attack. And for you chess masters out there, you know that attacking in the right with the right strategy, with the right direction, is an important is valid. It's vital to success. You maximize power by terminating the opponent, eliminate using limitation and dominance, and disrupting the timing. So, I don't know if you're not watching chess or didn't play chess. The clocks that
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
after a couple of real quick moves, that other opponent's going, what's the next move? Because they're trying to think ahead, so
Yeah.
far ahead, right? Control the center of the board. And I think that's a key here to us is for victory, for a mindset, is control our center.
Well, one of my favorite movies is actually The Search for Billy. That's not right. Fisher. Bobby Fisher.
Bobby Fischer. Yeah.
Bobby Fischer was a chess champion like no other, and it's an incredible movie. It's old by today's
Yeah.
standards now, but it's a great video to see that chess progression and that mindset.
Yes. Yeah. So you hold the key. You hold the key because if you are dominating, if you are controlling the timing of the board, if you are controlling the opponent's moves because you're so far ahead and where you wanted to go, you're going to win, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
victory, and it's not only victory about overcoming that opponent, about something about again within you that you're pulling out, that you're first of all you're memorized like millions of moves.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's a cool thing too because you think about a chess game, there's two opponents
Yeah.
given equal opportunity to take leadership. because the leadership is influence, right? So if you can be the opponent that's influencing the moves,
Yeah.
and you're keeping control over that, it's powerful.
So victory. So chess master Saveli, I hope I said Grigorovich Tartakova. If I've got my Russian down right, a victory goes to the player who makes the next to last mistake, and I thought that plays well with chess. That rowing team, and who made the next to last mistake? Well, that pitcher sending the ball to me, sending the pitch to me, made the mistake because I was able to capitalize on it because the team could not field the ball properly and get it to first base to throw me out.
Well, I'm thinking about my victories that I was celebrating.
Yeah.
Mine were, not always the big ones like you're
Right.
talking about, but mine were the simple little wins. The win of having a coffee at the table with me today. The win of being able to prepare a meal in that short window of time, or getting through my day and feeling like I was successful. In those victories, I don't see a series of mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how I don't know if I necessarily agree completely with that quote. I think
Well,
it's your perspective on what a victory is.
so the next to last mistake, meaning I win because the other person made the last mistake.
Well, who made the mistake in that I got my coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You changed the time. So
Yeah, I
got the
changed his time,
time.
and you're still walking in right on time. Yeah.
It's
so
a beautiful
so
victory.
I think there's something else in here is that there's a team. It takes a team. It one is your that internal battle, but I think there is something else that plays into this is that there's others that ensure that we get to where we are when we are facing that 3-2 pitch, and
Mm-hmm.
there's something within, but then there's something before that. There's some preparation and preparation, determination to get there, to stay in there, stay in the game, hold down deep something, and being resilient in whatever life throws in your path. So if you've got the lousy lane, or you got suddenly a boat that is not cooperating in the waves, whatever, you have to overcome that, right? So let's go on to. So this, I think, sums it up. An interesting aspect on victory. Nothing shakes him. No fear defeats him. Nothing keeps him down.
And I love that one
Yeah.
because two of your secrets there, trust and ownership. And when we think about trust and ownership, how many times do we stop ourselves from being able to celebrate a victory because we don't trust ourselves enough to take that bold and courageous step forward? How many times do we not take ownership of our destination,
Mm-hmm.
and we allow that destination to kind of, it was like, that's just kind of intimidating. And all of a sudden, the destination is the one that's winning. So, it's that trust, those steps of faith, being willing to take those little steps that, we're like, I might be scared. I might be facing that 3-2 situation you're talking about. I might fail in that situation, but we're trusting and having the faith and saying, I'm not going to be shaken. I'm not going to let my fear dominate. I'm going to overcome. I'm going to take ownership and move forward.
And one of the underlying theme in that is preparation. Preparation is necessary because if you're not feeling confident, if you're not feeling that you have this, that you've practiced, Tiger Woods, to use an example, I got my red on because I'm dominating on victory. He wears red on. A lot of golfers wear red, to indicate to them there's a victory they're going for. I told you about they found that martial arts, so Taekwondo, 10 players or 10 sets, excuse me, 10 players 5 red, 5 blue, and they were then, uh, if I'm doing this right, or maybe it was 10. And
It doesn't
anyways,
matter.
whatever.
The point
is it? There's
stays
10
same.
games. There's 10 sets, and out of those, 6 out of 10 were people that wore red, because there's something about red that puts us, into this more confidence that we're going for it. I don't know. You can take that away, but anyways, back to Tiger Woods. He practices and practice on the just putting, just chipping,
Mm-hmm.
swinging, getting on the range and just letting it all, go. Why? Because the repetition, so that he knows what's going on. If something goes different in his swing, he's able to figure that out so that he can figure out what he needs to correct. But practice, 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 right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when he's put into the situation on Sunday afternoon, and he's within range of winning the championship, and he has coming from behind. He's digging in deep into that repetition. He's digging into that preparation. He's thinking, getting that confidence about, yes, I can do this, and I can recover from wherever that ball decides to go.
Mm-hmm. And I think, too, that confidence comes from knowing that we are fully resourced
Yes.
to accomplish those things that we're called to do. And it's not always dependent on us as a single person, but we can go reach back into that collaboration with people that are around us, whether that's our teammates or people that we're bringing in, to that vision.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You may have heard, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. So the more you have to challenge yourself, the more you have to struggle, the sweeter it is, the greater it is. Well, Phil Jackson says, yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day. And I think that's an important aspect. Victory is for that moment. And yes, you may celebrate that victory, but it's in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it may not make life any, but it was something that was important at that moment to be accomplished. It had meaning. It still has meaning after it, but life goes on. And so victory is 1,000 times sweeter when you are the underdog. And I think that's an important aspect too. And that's probably what really that first one's about. The sweeter the victory is about being that underdog, coming out on top, challenging yourself, proving something to yourself, having the right mindset about it. And our friend Cirrus says, when there is unity, there is always victory. And I think this talks to that collaboration when we come together. So when we come together as this country of ours in this moment, when we come together with understanding, with a decision of how we're going to approach forward, and right now we still have so many voices on what the approach is going forward. And I think the media puts us to say, oh, we're divisive, we're divided, and no, we just haven't listened to each other on our perspective on what we think, how the country should go forward, how we should address the situation that we have right now in the streets, how we should eliminate where there's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're made for so much more, and we'll get there faster when we're united. William Branham said, character is a victory, not a gift. And I thought that's a interesting aspect, that it's built. It's not, we're not born with character. We're born with the means, the how to get there, but we have to define it. We have to build it along the way. We have to stand for what our character is, and it comes out of life experience.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's the 7 mindset secrets. Know who you are. And I think that's, one of the things we've talked about. Where's our awareness? What are we thinking who we are, what's important to us, what are the values that we hold, knowing what stock we are.
So what if somebody is feeling like, I don't know who I am. I'm frustrated. I'm stuck.
Yes.
I don't know what my purpose is right now. I'm just kind of living life and hoping things turn out.
Get on a rowing team.
How do we do that?
No,
It,
practice. No, get on something. You might need to be. You're part of some team, so evaluate. Look at that. Why did people allow you on the team?
good question.
Why do they like you on the team? Maybe they don't. Maybe they're trying to get
Well,
you off
maybe
the
you just be
team.
on the team because they asked you to be on the
Or you were
team. But
assigned like I was.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that, So what if that's the situation?
Yeah. So no, there's a process, and we've gone through. We have, we can talk further beyond today about who you are and how to identify that, and really, it's about increasing your awareness over time of who you really are by going through life, by going through the challenges that you have, and knowing what goal you're aiming for. So, what's important in your life?
Hmm.
What are the dreams? What are the goals? What are the things that you want to accomplish? What are in essence, what is burning within you to accomplish? That's
I'm
something bigger.
I'm laughing only because sometimes I get done with my lives and you're like, you asked so many questions and they went by so fast. And here you are, you're just like, all these questions. They're fantastic questions to think through.
Yeah.
And sure, you
There's
guys
no
can,
one answer. Yeah.
there isn't, but it's an angle of attack. We look
Yes.
at it from many different ways. And, if it's helpful to you guys, rewind the replay of this. Watch that again and take time to answer those questions one by one, dig deep, and you can do it. You can coach yourself. But um, I think to that point, there's a lot of places that we can find places where we can either coach ourselves or we can jump in and ask a life coach for help, in discovering who we are. I have my Blueprint for Success program that I think is pretty great. Got
And
lots
we
and
have a
lots
different
of.
meaning of life coach. So, if you just looking for someone to tell you what to do, we're not it.
No, but
we're
we
here.
help you dig
Well,
deep and discover who you
yeah.
are and what your purpose
Just trying to
is.
set it out. That really more about personal development. That's where our lane is really about developing the person, developing the team to perform at a higher level. And these are the mindset secrets that we use to make sure that there's success. That some in the process, our clients are digging deep to figure out what their victory is
Mm-hmm.
and define it. So prepare with intensity every day. I just want to get through these because
No, it's
so
good.
preparation is important. Practice, being intentional about every day. I'm going to go to do 1,000 swings of the golf club to practice that swing.
Well,
You know,
and I like the word intentional. We need to be intentional. That means we actually go out and do it rather than, well, I meant to,
yeah,
and focus on things with good intent because that didn't get you anywhere.
yeah,
Being intentional and following through
yeah.
is
So
what does it.
and resilience. This is your strength, being able to stand up against the challenges, to know that there's something beyond that you're going to go to work on either you or with your team being resilient. So this team USA was resilient because they knew they had big challenges. They knew also that they had prepared and had this something special within them, within that team as a whole, to lift each other up, to overcome when one was feeling off key, to get back in the swing of things. So you can't go alone. You need someone to go with you. You need a team with you. So regardless of what you do, if you're just trying to go for your family vacation and it's a big victory because getting everybody in the car, getting everything in the car, getting to the destination, getting whatever the list of items are that you want to accomplish, and you say, "Hey, we did it," or just standing in the fast pass lane at Walt Disney world,
Well, sometimes, those are pretty,
but it
victories.
required several things to happen and required several people to help you along the way to get there. And then go deep. It's going to force you to go deep within, which means you got to look inside. You're going to find this point. We were at LeaderCast many years, probably it's like 7 years ago, 6 years ago,
That many already.
about 6 years ago. And there was, I forgot the speaker, but he was from the military, and he said, put your hands up as high as you can and hold them there. And then so hold them there, and then, okay, you can bring them down. And then he said, did you feel that you left something behind? In essence, there's something beyond, when you're just ready to give out, because it's really hard to hold your hands up for 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. But then he did it again, and he said, okay, reach a little higher. And it's like, oh, there was almost a groan from the group, right? Oh, yeah, I felt it. I felt there was something more that I had. It was okay, because we're all sitting in the auditorium, and but there was something more. There is something deeper, and it's not just physical. There's a mental, there's a spiritual aspect that we know that there's something deeper that will require our all to go in at that moment, that we are crossing that potentially crossing that finishing line to our victory, to accomplishment, to something that's bigger, that has greater meaning. And it also remember there's faith in yourself, faith that you were given something that will get you through. We say it's God, and so it from God that was given to us when we were created, when we were pushed out into this world. We had the tools with us, and that we will be able to accomplish what we need to do, because we believe that we are gifted with what we need. Right? And so whatever that looks like for you, not trying to impress our beliefs on you, you have your own beliefs, and you have your own idea of what faith is. We're not talking about religion, we're talking about faith, and what that does to the fertile field of imagination, to bring forth these thoughts, to create those thoughts, and then to act on those thoughts to bring them into the physical world. So these are the seven mindset secrets that you can find in almost every single thing, at least chess and rowing, and baseball.
I think they go through most situations that we call a victory.
But nobody really talks about it. They talk about the I got the championship trophy, right? They stand, and appropriately they've accomplished something that's heroic to themselves, maybe not for the country. The Olympics, how many times have you just said, oh, that's great, they won?
Right, but we don't always see what happens behind the scenes. We don't see the struggles and what was necessarily put into it. So these are good, Joe.
Thank you. So let's get out of this. Welcome back, everyone. So these are the secrets. Put them out there. If you got different ones, you have something that speaks to you about victory, what that means, what you do for victory, please share it so we can
expand. We want to know your secrets too. It's one of those fun things.
Do they align? Is there something else that we didn't capture? Because we're happy to make it 9 mindset secrets.
10. Let's go for it.
Dozen? No. There's a core set, I think, and the big thing for us as a people is we need to understand what the victory is. We need to understand what that will take. We need to have that vision of what that looks like, be able to communicate it to others of what we need for them to help us get there, help the team get there, help the organization get there. And when we pull together, when we are united, victory is assured.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your thoughts this morning, Joe. It's
Our
always
thoughts.
well.
Well, it's not just me.
We share it together. It's good.
We've been talking about it all week.
Well, that's true. It's fun to work together, to be, able to challenge one another in our thoughts. And it's fun to be able to share it with you guys and hear from you throughout the week too. So let's celebrate together. Celebrate your wins, your victories. Put them down below. We'll all cheer and celebrate that. If you need help with something moving forward, of course, we're happy to help you with that as well, because we are here, and it is really our desire to help you color your future bright and live that adventure you dream, because we are just destined to flourish. And I really believe that. So if there are people who've watched all this far, still don't know who these people are in front of you, we are Joe and Lisa Dutkiewicz, and together our company is called Crayon Leadership. So feel free to share these videos out to encourage your audiences, your friends, family, coworkers as well.
And they're available on YouTube too, to share soon after.
And we are coming back next Friday, right? Are we going to be here at 7:45 or 8 o'clock?
We'll post it.
We'll post it. Okay, I guess we need to have a team
discussion. Does 8 work for you versus 7:45 Eastern?
Yes, be a part of that discussion. You like 8 or 7:45 a.m. Eastern time?
We're going to go on regardless, but we'd like to know where you would align.
Yeah. All right, guys. You have a great week. I will see you on Monday morning. Have a good weekend.
See you soon. Have a great weekend.